and we were all on location, so it was like a big, field trip for the whole crew. That was really the most fun episode. It was great.
What were your reactions when we were asked to come back to Wilmington to do a convention? Because we've been working very hard for this for many years. And I'm very grateful to the people who...
Well, we are too. I mean, we've done a couple conventions together overseas, and so that's always really interesting because I don't think it ever occurred to us that people watched us overseas. And so to be able to come back home and do it here and do it with our American fans and some of our European fans and some South African fans that I know as well. I mean, it's so heartwarming that something you did at 21 years old affects people. That's probably the greatest compliment you can give us as actors. So we're appreciative. Thank you.
I mean, coming back to Wilmington, I haven't been back here since I wrapped the last episode, and I always, coming back on the show was such a thrill for me to come, I called it my escape from LA, get out of Los Angeles, come down to this sleepy little town in North Carolina, work with these amazing people, and a pretty cool show. It was just, it was therapy for me. It wasn't even work. And so Wilmington's got a pretty strong place in my heart, and so I haven't been back the last 3 years, which is odd. And coming back to town, I didn't know what I was going to feel, but as soon as I got into Charlotte Airport to change planes, I could start to feel it. You see the rocking chairs in the airport, you're like, all right, it's different, it's coming. Here we go, the plane, we're landing into Wilmington. I'm like, oh man. It all just started just washing over me. There's so many memories, and it's not like, oh, I miss it so much, but of course I do. It's not like, man, it's so good, I wish I could be back there. It's a very satisfactory sense of boring. Wow.
No,
but it's like I'm coming home. It's like this is a very comfortable, warm place, and it feels good to be here, and it feels right. So we are totally stoked to be here.
Thank you guys for putting it together.
Make sure when you take pictures, no flash photography, please. Kind of fun.
Okay, we're good.
I barely have a voice, so
We got it.
right here.
You absolutely do have a voice.
I'm the girl with those Thompson.
Blinding light number 2.
But yeah, my question is, what was the most memorable scene that you were able to watch one of your co-stars film that just really stood out to you?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Wow. I have always been in awe of Moira Kelly. I'm really like a scattered chick. I talk with my hands a lot, I move a lot, I don't possess a stillness. And Moira possesses such poise and a stillness and a grace that she could take some clunky dialogue and deliver it so earnestly that you really felt for this woman that just wanted the best for her son. So watching some of Moira's stuff, particularly when Keith died and she was having to explain things to Lucas, that was really strong for her. I love her. She's great.
It's a good question. I have been, this is so cliche because she's sitting right next to me. I can't even tell you which scene it was. I believe it was some Red Diamond record stuff, but I remember watching one day Hilarie shoot. I can't even tell you what the scene was, but I just took something from what she was doing, Hilarie the actress, and that she was changing everything in with each take that she was doing, and she was changing a lot. It was like she was a polished enough actor where she could go in, deliver a performance, then would do another take, deliver a completely different performance, but still going to the same role, do another take and do a completely different performance. And I remember being in awe. And remember that moment, I actually took that. It was like, you know what, you want to make it a point to try to just mix up what you're doing instead of like, because sometimes you kind of come in and you're like, all right, I have an idea of where the scene can go, and you just kind of stick to that until you feel like you really got it. But I learned from her that it was like, all right, do this, do that, and change it up. And I remember that was something that
It's called ADD, baby.
So it sounds cliche, and I'm not blowing smoke, but it was definitely something that stuck with me. But also, so to come full circle, we totally come full circle in this moment, actually doing the Q&A together, because I believe Hilarie is a good reason why I even got on the show.
Wow, you got so good.
But no, I appreciate that. But we actually worked together on a film way before I was on One Tree Hill. And you know, I was very young in the game, and was just kind of walking around set. And there was this beautiful, striking blonde.
Crazy lady
Sitting on the steps, reading a book, and you know, and I do like one of these walk-bys, and I'm just like. And then she talked to me, and I was like, oh my god, what are you talking to me? And she was like, are you in this movie? I'm like, yeah, I'm in this movie. She was like, oh, okay, what am I do? What's up? What's going on? And then we chatted, and then I was just completely enamored. And she told me about this great show that she's working on. I was like, of course I know One Tree Hill. I was watching in high school with all my girlfriends.
Even in high school.
And absolutely, a girl called me over, asked me if I wanted to watch One Tree Hill. I was in. And then she was like, you should come down and do the show sometime. And then, you know, I auditioned and auditioned for one character, but then came back and did another one. And eventually got the job, and I know she put in a good word, so it's all come full circle now.
Well, the hot clean team dude was a real person I went to high school with. Clean Teens is a club that my friends and I really had in high school. And there was this super hot dude, and we called him Code Blue. He always wore a blue ski cap. And you legit look like Code Blue. So, like, my girlfriends from high school are like calling me like, holy God, you've got Code Blue too! This is so
for Hilarie.
Okay.
I was just wondering if you like were to play any other character out of the show, which one would you pick? And
Dan. I'll say it every time. Listen, that's the best part of the show. He's unapologetic about everything he does. You know, Peyton did a lot of bad stuff. She did. She just did. You know, but you validated. You make sense of it. Dan didn't have to validate anything. That's the best part of the show. Thank you. What's next?
Right here.
Next.
Hey.
There we go, in the middle.
Sweet.
All right. What have y'all learned from working on One Tree Hill? Like the biggest thing you've learned that you've been able to carry over into your more recent projects?
Stay in your lane. Do your job. You do not light. You do not operate a camera. You do not know how to direct. You're not a writer. Just act. Shut up and talk.
Hit your mark, say your words, go home.
Again, there's kind of that ADHD thing mixed with like really enthusiastic about being on set. So like really want to offer my 2 cents on like, let's get there, let's get there. There's people that are handling those jobs for you. Do not do that for everyone, and you're actually messing their game. So I kind of have to like, you know, reel it in a bit when I'm working. And One Tree Hill was definitely a place where you know, everyone was so kind working down here. It was a great opportunity for me to fall on my face a bunch and be like, hey kid, get up, you're gonna be fine, just don't do it again.
Yeah. Well, it helped too that it was an ensemble cast, so nobody was top dog, you know? I mean, you had to be considerate of everybody around you, and with so many people in the cast, oftentimes that's hard, because you're thinking like, oh, I need a 3-day weekend because I'm going to my friend's wedding, but I don't understand that completely messes up your plans to see your niece's recital, you know? So just being a considerate team player was a big deal on this show. So now when we go on and do other shows, it's just like, yeah, whatever you guys want. We'll do whatever you want. We're agreeable. Thank you.